So I am here, don't worry about me. Everyone finally joined. It's 1 minute to start. Okay. Stream is on. Yes, we have Pluisen, so we can go. Pluisen just joined the Ferrari. Okay, it's an hour, so we can go. It's lights out. So let me create the broadcast. Let me edit everything. Dynamic weather is in. On formation lap I can't see. And I turn it on. Okay, I see everything is right. It's a joke, the FIA, if they do it. Okay. Hello Juan, by the way. So full grid today, but a lot of reserves. As the casual in our league. But okay. So just a second and I will send you everything. Show you the information for people watching. Nice. So in a second we will start. I am back after editing everything, so I got scared for a second when I saw the thing named lap 1 out of 3, but we have short qualifying at 50%. So welcome everyone. Let's start with the reserves. I can see one Renault getting out of the garage, same as I guess McLaren. So let's start with the reserves. Javier and Kyler both replacing Bjarne and Jesper today. Both of them couldn't come. And the Racing Point, Christopher became the new driver, but his disease forced him not to race today. Do we have raindrops? Okay. We have Return replacing Chris. Let's see which tires the driver is putting. It's slicks for everyone right now. Another reserve is Pluisen Ball Ferrari replacing Nurse and Jeroen. I mean Jeroen because of Gabi Fliss. Ranweb back to F1 division, but he's only reserved for Luma, racing in Williams. And that's all out of the reserves. Everyone is in the highway. As you can see, there are raindrops. I don't know if there are inters needed in like 2 or 3 minutes, if the rainy conditions are going to intensify. But it's tricky for the drivers. Everyone is pitting out except Return and Matt. Both of the Frenchmen will try another way maybe. They're the only drivers who didn't come out of the pits. So who is the closest to start the lap? It's Juanita. He cut the grass already. So, oh, and the yellow flag in sector 3. And look, has retired from the session at the very beginning of the lap. At the very beginning of the qualifying session, he didn't even start a lap. Let's see what happened. with Jordi's on board as he is, or maybe Hartnell, but it's on mediums. Like, I can't see anything, but Luke is retired. So that's weird for him. Whereas Juanita, as he's the first one to start this lap. I'm hungry and Brazil president is a clone. Well, Juanita typing some messages here. And we have so poor amount of people right here. It's only 3 of you right now, but I know that we can do more, like 10, 11. Average for Italy was 9, 10. Juanita is ending his lap. And I see everyone is coming, the amount of people rises. So Juanita is ending his lap. It's the last turn of his hot lap, and he gets the fastest lap as 1:32.6. The raindrops are not coming out. Let's see Javier. Knievko beat Juan's time 1:32.4, Javier 1:33. Most of the people have invited lap times, as you can see, as they go with no ERS. Edzak's 1:32.9, Hartnell 1:35, it's disaster for him. Mikulici ending, getting second place, just behind Gniewko. These tricky conditions can bring us straight qualified results, and there's Prisonball beating Gniewko. As you can see, Wolves is giving up with his lap right now. And he will probably do the next one. Jordi P4, Garrett also reserving fuel. Wolves starting, where's Libanov? Libanov on the sector 2. So Virzu Nymph, 1:33.3. Juan retired from the session, has given up with it. So Matt goes to the last corner and gets 10th place, 1:34.1. As you can see, the conditions are getting more tricky by every second. Let me remind in the second about the standings of the F1 League. So Luke leads the standings. He's retired from the qualifying session, so he will not have a good start. And it's 173 points for the Williams, 168 is for Upset Jesper, and 164 Jordi in Alfa Romeo. So this thing tells us that if Jordi and Luke will do some good results today, like podiums, strong points, Jesper's chances are getting smaller, much more smaller than now. He's second place right now. Fourth is Nuruzer, 132 points, and fifth is Isai with 97 points. And we can see Kyler ending his lap getting P10. And also someone had beaten Kyler. Gabi Fliss is fifth. Axe and Isai both on the out lap. Gayet is ending. I go back to the constructors in a second. 7th place for Gayet. So I leave you one in a hot lap. I see someone writing something. What a joke, this fake rain. Yes, it's a low light rain. Is the DRS disabled? If you want to remind me, if you want to inform me about that. So no, it's not. Okay, weird it is. Maybe I'll go back to the constructors. Knievko is still second, even though 40 people did a lap. Breton is pushing on the end of sector 1. He is right now on the long hairpin. 72 points for Axel, getting back to the standings. 10 people on the live stream, very nice indeed. 72 points for Axe, as I said. 7th is his teammate Vizu, 65. 8th is Get, 48. 46 is for Max right now. And 45 points has Mikulitsi, who's probably going to get a better place than 10th. As you can see, his pace, he's 3rd right now in the quali. So, getting back to the constructors, Williams leads with 232 points, and 213 points goes for McLaren. And I did some calculations that if Williams will get 1-2, and even though, so I did some calculations, so Williams has to get, okay, never mind about the calculations, I did some mistakes, but if Williams gets a 1-2 with fastest lap in pole position, their advantage will rise to 64 points, and it's going to be very difficult for McLaren. Lux told me on that he has problems with his wheel. Okay, so still Gniewko is 2nd and Mikulitsi is 3rd, Jody 4th, and Ritu missed the braking point. Maybe, okay, he was 1/10 worse than at the beginning, so maybe this was a hot lap. Run-up ending the sector 1, it's his 1st lap, but where's Isai? Isai is on the sector 3. Livenov just ahead of Ryan. So I said that the P12, sorry for the rain is a young, it's hot, the sticks and worse on Inters. Well, the rain is getting more intense. Does this mean that Luisen will finish on the pole position disqualifying? Well, it's real. Okay. So, I can say everything is clear. It's 7 minutes to go in this quali. So, Axel is P13 right now. He's getting. Is Gabriel is ending his lap. Gniewko only stays in the pit out of top 5. Reasonable car second, so his lap is invalidated. But what about Mikulitsi? He's losing 7/10 of a second. So as you can see, it's not a good idea to continue this quali. As you can see, drivers have a lot of problems. So I can say qualifying is over. I can see qualifying is over. Everyone retire. Impossible to improve anymore. I see you have a lot of problems. So we have a sensation as Gniewko goes from the 2nd place. He did no better result than only position number, let me see the standings in F1, in F2. He was never better than P6. Now he's starting 2nd. So Kyler retired from the session. A lot of retirements right now. So yeah. Okay, so Lucas' problems is he made DNF. Mikulicki also returned from the session. The guy still tries. Now Virzu in the pits, so won't take care, but more drivers trying. Gniewko will still try to improve his lap time. Same as Libenov, who has actually to do a lap. Luke has rejoined the lobby. Maybe this will help him making his wheel proper. Libenov starts a lap, but as you can see, it's very tricky to do one in these conditions. Fitted tires, softs, everyone is taking softs. I don't know what are the conditions for the race. In F2 we had beautiful sunny weather. Oh, about F2. Axel won easily ahead of Hercules and Blizzemble, who is now on the pole. Can you do a full? That's the real. I don't know. Another driver retired from the session. It's Jody. So coming back to F2, there was no carnage at the start. Beautiful sunny weather in F2. What I can say, it was like boring race. It was procession, to be honest. But now we will see Libeno, but his lap time is not going to be improved a lot. Where's Gniewko? Oh, Gniewko is starting sector 1 and sector 2, sorry. But we didn't see a comparison. And Libenov's lap time is also invalidated. Uh-oh. There's a problem. Okay. So 3 minutes to go. Isa is on the hot lap. Axel also retires from the session, but as you could see, he did it by pressing the button. Bruh. Yes, bruh disqualifying. Whereas Gniewko, he's probably... Yeah, he's coming to the garage. There's no sense to beat a lap time. Gniewko started with the second place. He was still trying to beat Plizenburg. He's losing only 2/10 of a second. Isa also retired. Ryan started his lap, so people are still trying. Nice indeed. So Javier is on the hot lap. Hartler is trying. Hartler tries to improve. So yeah, very boring, very weird, to be honest. Luke is speaking on by the micro here. Hartler tries and ran up to the spin. Where is it? The beginning of sector 2, I guess. He lost the control of his car. Oh, he's just doing donuts, okay. He's wasting his tires, but okay. It is weird. Hartnell now goes, and his lap was by 2.5 of a second, so we can say the quali is over. Permanently. Hartler also retired from the session, same as Javier. At the same time they did it. Gabriel is still trying. Libenov has to do an actual lap. So what I can say, 30 seconds to go. We have to wait for the race. It's only 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people still on this quali. But 7 of them are in the pits, only Gabriel Fliss and Libenov trying. Libenov actually has to do any lap. So we'll go with him, or look at Gabriel, he's through to the finish line. Now Gabriel is also retired from the session. So Libenov is the only one. And he probably cut the corner and he trashes out. And this is how the qualifying session ends. Prison Ball with pole position ahead of Gniewko. Did someone expect anything like this before this quali? Juan with bra. Nice indeed. Third is Mikulicki. Then we have Jordi Gabiflis, Juanita on the 6th place. Itzhak's 8th. Was in the top 10, he's 10th. And Luke, no time. And also Matt is P16. But it's not the best season for Renault, but this is P2 for Gniewko. P11 is Wilzel, P13 is Axel, who's the sub-champion of season 1. Well, weird. I can only say it's strange. 132.2, it's the pit stop of the quali. And Gniewko 132.4, it's P2, I'm done just before the race. What? What the hell? Okay. Okay. What I can say. Beautiful sunny weather before the race. 20 seconds to start as drivers are putting their strategies. Okay. 7 people watching the formation lap. Like 3 minutes, less than 3 minutes to start. Unless we have an error, but I don't want one. No errors. No errors, we are starting. Is this finally repaired? I don't know, but the Ferrari is ahead of Renault. We haven't seen anything like this. They're in the positions like this, and Haas third of Mikulicki. Jordi 4th, Gabiflis 5th, Juanita 6th. He did P5 in Australia from P20. It was the best race he had so far in Ero, excluding F2 races, where he was 3rd and twice 4th. Hope no one is disqualified from the formation lap. Yes, as for example, Team Mats hit my back in the F2 formation lap. So now, Toro Rosso is last on the constructor standings, having only 20 points. 2 points reached by Libenov in Belgium. Also, it is 10 points for Juanita in Australia, 2 in Canada, and in Baku. Let me see, where is Vito, who also raced here. Vito did 5 points in Baku. Juan did 30 points, 2 for Libenov, 5 for Vito. That's all about the constructors, but Williams leading the standings, having a disaster qualifying session. Ryan with P14. Luke, no time due to wheel problems. How is his wheel behaving? Well, I can't see it's bad. But we're just ahead of the start to the Russian Grand Prix. Plizenbol and Gniewko will fight for the first position. at the start. Who expected that before the race? I guess no one. Mikulic, Jordi behind them. Gabriel Fliss, Juanita on the third row. Gaet Edzak on the fourth. Javier Edwards on the fifth, but I'm afraid something similar to a season 1 will happen, as there was a Kanash at the back, but we're not focusing on it. We're here towards the start. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. Pluizen or Gniewko to the turn 2. It's lights out and away we go. And Pluizen will have a pretty start. Gniewko is just behind him. Jordi used this to overtake Mikulic to the third place. Gniewko's blocking on bravely at the start. And there's a clean start. We had no carnage. And Edzak goes cutting the corner for the lead. It's a penalty for sure. And Edzak is leading the race, but we know what will happen about that. Gniewko lost 3 positions on it, as he's also behind Gabriel and Jordi. Edzak with a 5-second time penalty, so I can say it's justice. He just came through the corner straight. It was very strange. Gniewko seems to have some damage, as he's losing more and more positions. He had a beautiful start, he had a beautiful qualifying, but their race is not that good as you would expect that there was a contact between him and Gaet. But Gniewko still goes wheel to wheel with the Italian, and Gaet finally is ahead. Edzak's now half a second ahead of Pluizen Ball, and he is able to block the Dutchman, so Jordi will have easier chance to win. Both Red Bulls fighting, same as Gniewko and Gaet. Gaet stays on 6, but Gniewko will try to move inside. Both ghosting, same as Red Bulls. And as you can see, like, we got some exchanges compared to the start. Edzak is leading the race, but we can see he will be overtaken soon. And he's going inside. Pleaseable trying outside line, but he will stay behind. And now Edzak and Pluizen going wheel to wheel. Edzak still tries to defend his first place, but Pluizen will probably finally overtake. No, there is Edzak on the inside line, still defending his first place. And slowing down literally everyone. So we have the Latvian leading for the first time ever, as I remember. He was in the points very often at the season 1, but now he's run out of form. Only 14 points reached. So we're still looking at it. Maybe finally this time Pluizen will try a move. There's a chance to go inside, but he still stays behind. It's not a good information for his tires. Gniewko still fights with Gaet. Another time losing its 6th place. But Edzak's created like traffic. Visible trying to overtake literally everywhere. About the tires, let's see, I need to check them out. How about the grid on soft? Over half of the grid on soft, like 5 drivers on mediums, if I counted it well. Now Pleaseable has to overtake. He's faster than Edzak on the straight, but he still can't overtake the Latvian, who's doing a great job for Jordi. Edzak is already a 3-second time penalty. Kyler too. Kyler, as a fun fact, earned 24 seconds of time penalties on the after race. We had drive up with another spin. Juanita is out of the front wing. He has no front wing at all. So yeah, this is a disaster for Toro, who started P6. Is on the last place. He had the pit stop already, or spin. Gaet went into 4th place. It's a great start for him. He's going with the Spaniard. And Guide goes 4th, Mikulicki 6th, Ryan retires from the session, another disaster for the racing point former driver. Reasonable, still cannot overtake Edzax. Edzax, great job he's doing for Jody. Just a reminder, he didn't actually nothing to get reported for Axel with a 3-second time penalty. Well, I only can say a lot of drivers will take a penalty. Zgniewko problems as he's losing position into Axel, getting down to P8. And now this is a chance for Pleasable, another one into 10-2. Edzax is getting out of ERS. Pleasable is faster. He's faster. Can he take the first place right now? No! Edzax still great defending. We didn't know him on this way. 3-2-3 time penalty. Oh, and there is Edzax lagging. Okay. But he still is ahead of Pleasable, even though. And we have McLaren spinning it Javier. We can see it at the back. And he's back on track, and it was a very dangerous move by him. So now Javier is a lot of position, but as you can see, we don't have like everyone is going their own races. Everyone is pushing still. Sector 2 yellow flags again. It's Libenov probably. Yes, he has a spin. But we're back to the action. And now another time ghosting by Edzax, another lag. As he has problems. Whoa, what an overtake it would be. Something similar to Hercules and Zenk in F2 Spanish Grand Prix, where Hercules went under Zenk's car and overtook him. At least it was seen on the broadcast. It was that rare moment. It was the, like Jordi called it, and the best overtake of the season. Probably. Now Pleasable another time, but Jordi is faster than the Dutchman. Still trying to fight. It's Axel Gniewko fighting for the position 8, and there's Axel with a little problem. He's pushing Gniewko out of the track, and Gniewko has a 3-second time penalty. Gabriel is also fighting with Mikulicki, and Mikulicki gets the 4th place. But we're back at the top, where Edzax still is first. But about his corner cutting, there's going to be a massive report for it. But he's still going for the victory. Pleasable. Oh, Kyler retired from the session. Meanwhile. And look too! Luke is out of the race! And he spun at the sector 2, and we have virtual safety car. What a disaster for the title, for the leader of the championship. And Jordi now is taking his lead by 2 points only. So I was like begging myself, oh, Juan Titan 2! It's the end of the race for 3 drivers in 1 lap. The end of the race for them. Virtual safety car stays. When it will be cleared, I don't know. But Edzax. Oh, we have green flags. Edzax still leading. Yellow flag in sector 3. And there's one of the Ferraris getting to the pit. Gabiflis it is. So now it's a chance for Pleasable. Another one. He has DRS. He has a lot of DRS which he can use, but he doesn't do it. As they are going will to will. Pleasable. Also great job by him blocking Jordi. And yeah, we still stay here at Mikulicki join the party as he's P4 right now. Pleasable with a little wheel spin. And that's half of a second of advantage ahead of them. But if he did it clean, there would be no worries. Now he has to worry if his results will not get damaged by the penalty. But he's still defending his position. Very nice indeed. And of course, 7th place. It's the best result for him still so far in F1 league. He was P6 in back with F2. But we're back to here to watch if Pluizable tries to overtake Edzox, and no, he will not do it again. I don't know what Edzox is doing, but his job is great right now. And so far, he's greatly defending the position. Maybe if he comes to the pits, then we will see some changes to the grid. But he's blocking everyone, making our race more interesting. As I can see, Axe and Gaiet both also may join the battle, as they lose less than a second. And again, Pluizable finally, he lost his patience. Finally he used overtake mode for a while. He was faster than Edzox, but Edzox still first. There's no place to overtake the Latvian, but no, Pluizable can finally do it as he's going inside of the hairpin, and that was a very close call, and that would be a contact. Edzox still defending his position. How he's doing it, I don't know. What a battle between them. Edzox still first. After the hairpin, Pluizable was trying to overtake him inside. And also Gaiet joined this battle. We have 4 drivers actually who may go wheel to wheel. Edzox does a mistake, but still goes first. Inside line he goes. Pluizable now try inside overtake, outside overtake. Now they go free wide on the turn. And Edzox again, what? Jody 4th. I was sure that it will be Jody taking the lead. But even Mikulitsi now can overtake Edzox. Edzox probably touched the wall. What a battle between them. Edzox leading the race still. Even though he completely cut the corner, he has 5-second time penalty for it. But what he's doing right now is great. Including Pluizable, Mikulitsi, Jolty, Axe and Gaiet. Maybe also Isa will join the battle. Mikulitsi goes to the pit, same as Axe. Maybe trying to do an undercut. But what a race we have right now. So another time, it's Pluizable having the RS. Now it's time to go outside again. And he still tries to do a move, but it's not done still. Maybe this time he will go inside line. No. They're coming to the turn 5 as I counted well. End of the sector 1. Edzox lap 8 and sector 1, he's still leading the race, and this guy tries to overtake Jody on the inside, and he did the move done. What the Mercedes is doing, and his full position is up comparing to the start. What a race it is right now. It deserves the highlights, it deserves the memes, and it's lap 8 out of 27. Pluizable another time to attack Edzox. He's gaining, he's losing only 1/10. They are going wheel to wheel. Kuanos left the session meanwhile. And no! Pluizable still is afraid of overtaking Latvian. Even though he has a chance. Libanov 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. And Javier, even though he did a spin, he joined the battle. He had 11 positions up with the start, it's the race for him. Mikulitsi 11 positions down, but remember he did a pit stop. And there's Jody coming to the pits. Now everyone is trying to overtake Edzox by undercutting. Lap time started. And Pluizable will try the outside line again, but Edzox still is leading the race. The battle we can see. Latvian leading the race is very rare in our league, as we have only one Latvian, Edzox in Alpha, for the 2nd season in a row. Gaiet and Isa also joined the battle as he's 4th, losing only 2/10. I didn't realize that. Javier 6, but remember Jody's pit stop. Did he change a wing or something? I don't know. Back to the battle. Back to this fight for the victory. Now no one of the championship contenders has points. As Jody has 0, Luke is DNF, Jasper did not start, same as the loser. Even without the 2 of 4 title contenders, we can see some intense racing. And there was a contact between Edzax and Pluisenball. And Pluisenball might have some damage right now. Maybe a minor, but still something. Mankink is driving worse. And Edzax finally comes to the pits. Pluisenball did a fake pit stop. And also Javier goes to his pit crew. And Pluisenball is now leading the race ahead of 2 Mercedes of Guide and Isai. Edzax did a great blocking for Jody. But now May get some positions up. Jody is now behind Wolves. And Wolves will probably go to the pits. No, it was the fake pit stop. This is the fake maneuver. Javier now in the 4th place. He's going wheel to wheel with Matt. On the hairpin, it's also very risky as we had 3 wide in this race. Right here. But Hartnell greatly defends his position number 4. As we can see, I still cannot believe what's happening. I cannot still believe. I am honest. And Fritun promoted to the 6th place. 11 positions up, but Hartnell doing a great job with his strategy. 14 positions up. Also, Pluisenball is keeping Guide and Eyesight behind him. I'm checking now the tip and donation profile. So we'll go now to Matt and Hartnell as there are only 2 tens separating. Eyesight trying to wheel with Guyet, and I think it's probably Guyet letting his brother by as they are teammates, as they are brothers. So there is some communication between them, and Pluisenball is in the pits. And Hartnell gets into 3rd place. Remember his only podium here in Ero. It was Australia season 2. First race of the season, he got 2nd place in what a race. And what an intense race. With tricky conditions. Now we don't have that changeable ones. That we don't have a rain. But I can say it's at least 2nd best race of the season. Jody with the fastest lap on mediums. Pluisenball getting out of the pit stop is going wheel to wheel with Javier. Pluisenball is on mediums. Don't trust the game. As you can see, they are going wheel to wheel. There will probably some contact. Pluisenball going inside, and they are going 3 wide to a corner with Mikulitsi included, who goes inside line, and there was a contact making Mikulitsi spin and ruining his chances for the victory in this race. That was another dangerous moment. But that is ghosting words. Mercedes 1-2 right now. But remember, Guide pit stop, and I say 2. And you can see, top 5 didn't do a pit stop. Still. So now Kabiflis is leading the race, but he's just behind Vilzu. And Vilzu has to pit, as I can see. Axel with a podium probably right now. Guide in the pits. So Isa is peacefully leading the race. He will probably not get a 2nd victory as he has to make a pit stop, but a podium is real. So let me see. So Guide is out of the pit stop. Let me just advertise the live stream again, and there's Pluisenball going wheel to wheel with Javier. Okay, done. So now Pluisenball over to Javier. As you could see, I left at least the camera of them. But over to Carpel too. We still have some debris. So now let me see the tip and donation profile. No donations, but remember, you can still give them on the link you have in the description, or you can send it, and I will read them as I'm broadcasting from the share button, share option. So yeah, if you want, send. Maybe week's premium will buy on the website, and our website will finally get better, as we have. Now it's not bad, to be honest, but we can make it better. Now Wolves has the DRS to overtake Guide, but I don't think he'll do a move on the Italian. And there is Pluizable again, fighting with Javier. Hello, Marek. Hello here. What a race we have right now. Now again, Pluizable can fight Javier, return with a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, but as you can see, all the top 4 are going on the medium tires. Libanov 3-second time penalty. There's someone probably rooting for Libanov on the chat. As you can also advertise this live stream literally everywhere you can. As we have one of the best races this season. Pluizable again trying to overtake Javier. He goes outside line, but Javier defends his position very well. And Pluizable has to wait for another DRS zone. And Jody is just behind him. Edzax P14. So even though he had great 8 laps of leading, he now lost a lot. And Jody joined the party with Pluizable and Javier. Why I spoke Nurluz, I don't know. And right, 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, but as you can see, we have a lot of penalties this race. Where should I focus right now? Walls in the pits. Okay, we'll see again Pluizable with Javier, but nothing happened between them. No front wing change, so probably just a pit stop. Matt goes in the second place. It may be a lot of points for him today, even if he will pit. Even finally ahead of Wolves, and he blocks the pit exit. Jordan with a 3-second time penalty, which may complicate his situation right now. Yevko very close to Edzax. We're just looking what's happening at the back, and we have little lack of Javier, but he still stays ahead of Pluizable, who's on the mediums. Don't trust the gang. What's Jordi is doing? Jordi overtakes Pluizable. He still even tries to overtake Javier, but he had to brake, as there was a lack of space to do a move on the McLaren, and guy closes this train of made by the McLaren. What race we have right now? Much better than Italian GP. We are probably voting for the best race of the season during the last race. On the last race we will have such a great party. I want to start the live stream half an hour before the race, and hope there will be also tricky conditions in Brazil. And I will leave you a lot of votings for the best race, for the best driver, for the best teamwork. Javier overtaken by Pluizable. Is it finally done? Javier goes inside, Pluizable outside, and they are going free wide to a turner. And Pluizable ahead of Jody. Javier overtaken by 2 in 1 corner. Nicoliti P12. Gabriel is gaining a lot. This is a chance for him to win this race even. As he's on medium, so he'll probably go to the end of the race. Ritter goes just behind Hartnell. I think it's the time to do a pit stop for the top 4. No, so I bet with 1 or 2 more laps. Matt 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Meanwhile, Gniewko fighting with Ed Sachs to the turn 13, and Gniewko goes inside to overtake the Latvian. Matt in the pits. So it's second place for Red Bull, as I think that Fields will not go to the end of the race. On the soft tires, they have 10 laps. So right now, with the top 3 pits, we have Gabi Flies, Axe and Pluisenbol, as I bet that Axe will pit, and Jody goes outside line to the turn 2, but he cuts the corner, so he's ahead of Pluisenbol to gain the position number 7. Pluisenbol lost his position to Jody, so it's now Gabi Flies, Axe and Jody. Jody, now if the top 3 pits at Vilzu, takes the lead of the standings by only 2 points. And Libanov retired from the session. It's the end of the race for him. And also he left instantly. So is this a chance for the safety car, which will probably make the riot? I can't see one. No yellow flags, no safety cars, no virtual safety cars even. End of the race for Toro Rosso. And Hartnell entry to, and I say 2 in the pits. I didn't realize that is Libanov. And Gabriel takes the lead of the Russian Grand Prix. Vilzu is second ahead of Axe. And then goes Jody. It's going to be more intense at the end. Vilzu, maybe another podium, but I can't believe the tires getting to the end of the race. Probably saving them a lot. As you can see, 11 laps on softs. If they were mediums, I would not be afraid. Pluisenbol's still very close to Jody. He has a pace to even get into F1 division maybe. And next season, Vilzu lets Axe by. Team orders here, not but the strategies. I guess Vilzu doesn't want to block his teammate. Maybe the podium for Red Bull. So now Isai also overtakes Mikulici before the DRS, but Mikulici doesn't have DRS even though he tries to overtake Isai. Isai using DRS, same as Javier. Only Mikulici doesn't have one. The drag reduction system. Downforce, sorry. Or drag, I don't know. But still. I had fun 3 laps though. Pity for Libanov, you could at least finish this race. But at least there's a lot of action between 2 Red Bulls. As we know what happened between them. Vilzu comes to the pits, Jody with a second penalty again. So he may lose this podium. Now Gniewko goes in. Vilzu P11. P13. As he has to P14. He was second. Now he's 14. What a disaster for the Finn. At least there is Axel with the chance for the podium. But Jody pushes a lot. Preset ball. First 3 laps were nice. No point finishing 16 seconds behind because of Scotland last. Yeah, I saw it. Just reminding you about the race in Belgium. With 2 points. Well, it was beautiful to be honest. Only Mexico and Brazil left. And let me drink some water as my sore is done. And the 9 laps it will have to be done. Mad 3-second time penalty. It's double points for Renault right now, but we know what happened between them in Belgium. Gniewko leaving the pits, and then Matt did a spin in Jorush, and Gniewko had to crash to him, getting quick damage, and Matt ending the race. Now they go wheel to wheel on the 10-13, but Matt overtakes Gniewko. They probably didn't want to get a crash like it happened then. Well, I was making a move on Javier, but he closed the door too much, and I got spun. But whatever, you may report it. It's no problem. ISI with the fastest lap of the race on this soft, so probably now Gaet will get overtaken. Axe also overtaken by Jody to get second place for the Scottish. ISI gets the 5th place. ISI may push, as you can see here on the spectator mode. He is on new soft tires, losing only 1.5 of a second. But I made a good move on Kyle and Ritun. Please record it. Please, hope you have it recorded. We have yellow flags to run it. 8 sucks. Yes, disaster for the leader for the first 8 laps. It's like nothing will happen to him after cutting the corner, as he has disaster race. P13. Remember about his lucky point in season 1 here in Russia. As he was 1 lap behind in Juan. The Juan 45,801, the champion of season 1. Now please the ball will try to overtake Axel. He goes inside line and he does it. The Ferrari driver goes into 3rd place. It's double podium for Ferrari right now. Axel also loses less than a second to Axel, so it's a chance for the battle between them. Prison and Jody both having more fresher tires, and Gaet is following the group. Both losing 2.5 of a second. This group loses to Gabi Fliss. But let's see what's happening about the penalties. As we may lose some action, so I'll go to Isa, but he's losing way too much. Okay, nothing's gonna happen in a second. Gabi Fliss, no penalties. Jody has 3 penalties. Principal 1 penalty. Axel has 1 penalty. And Isa gets 1 penalty. So the standings are going to right that Jody is now out of the podium. He has to push. So now Isa is stuck behind Axel. His fresh soft tires are wearing, so he has to overtake the Frenchman as soon as possible. Will he try to move inside? No. But he says now DRS. He goes outside to the 10-13, but he overtakes Axel going wheel to wheel. And is this move finally done? Yes. ISI with the 4th place right now. Gabi Fliss is losing less than 2 seconds, less than 2 seconds of advantage, so he may be overtaken. But it's nothing done yet. As you can see, also Principal is pushing it out. ISI is losing a second to the Ferrari driver. But remember his fresh soft tires. Now Matt goes behind Javier, will go back to the 8th place battle. I said 3-second time penalty, another 3 seconds, so it's 3-second time penalty. Matt goes inside to overtake Javier, to get 8th place, but Javier doesn't give up as he goes inside to the happen, and he clears Matt's dreams. He wastes them, and Matt gets Matt losing the 8th place and back to ninth. Isa is losing less than 0.3 of a second to Louis and Ball. Interesting battle this, but we're back to the fight between Renault and McLaren. As we have Comunga, because I see Energy rooting for the Spaniard. He's losing less than a second. I say overtaking Louis and Ball in the DRS zone, and Louis and Ball loses his 3rd place right now. Let's remember about One more time penalty for Isai. It means the ball stays third. And whoa, what a spin! Or maybe even second. Jordi, win, please. I don't want Jordi to win, to be honest. But okay, I wish him best. He can win, but looking at the championship standings, it's not a nice idea. As if Jordi wins, having with the second time penalty, I need to go back as soon as possible to the standings. Jordi comes close, but he doesn't overtake. Let me see. If Jordi wins, he has 12 points of advantage ahead of Gabi, but remember, Jordi has 3 second time penalties 3 times. So it's 9 seconds. There's overtaking Javier, who went to pit stop, so probably it was an issue for him. Garrett also went close to Axe. Axe was the sub-champion of the season 1. Now he struggles to get a podium. Only one time. Only once he did it. In Austria. Behind Maxer and Jesper. Jesper won this race, the only his victory. Hartland overtakes Gievko, but it seems that we don't care about that. Maybe Isa will overtake Jordi, as he mathematically stays ahead. Now Isa trying to overtake on the inside of the 10-13, and he makes a move done. It's 5 laps to go on this after this sector. Edguy also trying. He'll probably do a move on the DRS straight. What about Gniewko? And there was 3 second time penalty for Gniewko. Probably a wing damage. As they did a collision. And Gabriel is struggling. I want to remember that Gabriel has no penalties. Now Isaac has DRS. Can he do a move? It's way too far right now. But he may try and he goes inside, but it's not enough space and pace to make the move done on the turn 2. So Gabriel still stays first, but they are going fight wheel to wheel and Isaac spins, and it's disaster for the Mercedes, who spun losing a lot of places. And whoa, that was very close call between him and Mikulizzi. Isaac from the lead drops down to the 7th place. I don't know how it will end. I hope Isaac is on board. So we'll see this battle. As it was very similar between Bunny Rabbit and Team Incident in F2. But they were fighting for the 10th place. No, Gabi, please. We have to defend against Jordi. And Jordi goes inside. What a dive! And he goes into first place. Gabi is losing it. And Ferrari is not gonna win this race anymore if Gabi will get at least 1 penalty. But remember, Gabi has still no penalties. Garrett overtook Axel meanwhile. But what the race it is. Jordi another 3 seconds. 12 seconds of time penalties are going to drop him like to 8th place. Wow! Now Gabi has DRS, same as Pleasantville. Yellow flag sector 3, it's Edzax with a spin. But Jordi tries to go inside line. It's 4 laps to go. And now Jordi escaping. Now Pleasantville will try to overtake Gabi. They are teammates, but he seems that he doesn't care as he goes inside. But it's not the move done. Gabriel goes inside line to the next turn, but he stays behind Pleasantville, who now can catch Jordi. Edzax retired from the session. 5 second time in the field, spinning with the pit lane. It's also Javier retired from the session just after doing the fastest lap of the race. I have no doubt it's the best race of the season. As you have still Jordi and Pleasantville fighting, but Jordi seems to escape. It's lap 24 right now. About to end. Axe tries to overtake Guide, and Mikulitz also joined that battle. Gabi please trying to make a move inside. He's now winning the race. As I can show you, Pleasantville 1 penalty. Jody, 4 penalties. And no, never mind. Gabi, please with a penalty. I am done. I am completely done. Please, the ball is winning the race ahead of Gabi, please. Okay, okay. Lap 25 started. I need to be calm for a second. This race is better than Australia. You can now tell us in the chat which race is better, this one or Australia in season 2. And another poll, Russia season 1 or Russia season 2. It's the only thing I can ask you right now. As you can see, intense things going, intense stuff, and Matt is trying to catch Isai, with a chance for a victory even, but he is 7th. He lost his title championship, title chances, but he still can do a 5th place or maybe even 4th if he had some luck. Still a fantastic season for him, as he did with 2 podiums and one victory included in it. So now, Pleasable is still losing. He's pushing as much as he can, same as Jody. I have to do it. What do you have to do it? Well, you mean the retirement from this race? But at least, what a race! Try to do better than my fastest lap. Well, that's his fastest lap you stole. So we have some battles right here. Matt fights wheel to wheel with Isai for the 7th place. Matt had a little lag, but Matt also gets a free second time penalty, so he'll probably finish 8th still. But Jody has 12 seconds of time penalties. What does it mean? I don't know. Axe is 1 second behind Gayet. Nikulisi also seems to improve something. Now Pleasable is winning the race, as Gabi also has a penalty. Isai again fighting with Matt. He's 7th. What a race it is at the end also. So let's see. Matt has worn soft tires, but more worn, but 1 lap older they are than Isai's tires. Gniewko is trying to steal that 1 point from Vizu, but remember Vizu's penalties. Gniewko, what a close! He had very close. He was very close to the wall, which would end his race. But as you can see, the difference between the leader and the last place is 39 seconds. We don't have to explain anything, as Nikulisi overtakes Axe to get the 5th place. So now we may focus on the battle for the F place, but we go to Jody as the last lap of the race officially starts. Let's see who is the fastest top 3. It's Javi, 1:33.8. Gets with a second time penalty, probably ruining his podium chances, but he's only 8 tenths behind. Still may change something. Get with the first podium. Is this real? So yeah, Jody is 2 seconds ahead of Pluisen. Let's see the position changes. Now Hartel gained most on it, as he's 9 positions up, Axe 7 positions up. But yeah, this is now pure racing. Jody will win the Grand Prix, but after the penalties, he'll probably lose it by a lot. Gabriel goes third. And he has to defend from guys. Maybe he will try to overtake Pluisen. Or probably he roots. For Pluisen will get another penalty. Now or never for Gayet. As he goes as fast as he can. Same as Gabriel, but he has less ERS. His ERS is actually gone. And Gayet goes inside to get the 3rd place, but he missed the breaking point. He's still ahead on the 3rd place, that he did a spin like on the season 1, which ruined his any point from that race. And he tried to overtake Gabriel. He get that chance, but he didn't do it as he spun. And he probably finished 4th or even 5th 5th, Jody wins the Grand Prix, but Poison Ball now takes this victory. Gabriel is 2nd, Gayet goes into 6th place, and Gaxe finishes in the podium. Mikulitsi 4th, Jody on the 5th, Gayet 7th, IC 6th, Hartler with Smart 8th, Hartler will finish 9th, and no, he finishes 8th, less than 1/10 ahead of Matt. Virzu finishes the race on the 10th place, no, as Gniewko overtakes him by penalties. What the hell? What the hell this race was? 24 Ferraris. All position included. 44 points. They're gaining a lot of the contractors. 3rd place for Axe. How he did this? I say Gayet did a 6-7 for Mercedes. I am done. Forza Ferrari. I don't have any words. It is first 1-2 for Ferrari this season. The best result they had before is victory for Nuluzer and 4th place for Chiroen. But now the brothers have to say big thank you to the reserves, as they did 44 points and McLaren did no points. So after showing the results which got Riot at the end, I will invite the top 3 to the press conference. As you can see, Pluizabol ahead of Gabi Fliss. Then we had 3rd Axe, Mikulitsi, Jody. 6 seconds were separating them. 14 seconds behind the victory is Isai. 7th is Gayet. F is Hartel, Nilf is Matt, and Kniewko is 10th. The best race of the season, honestly. And I am out of words. And now I invite top 3 to the press conference. Hope they will join. Or maybe you want extended one of the chat. I don't know. Top 3 is guaranteed. Gabiflis and Axe, where is he? Okay. And Pleaseable also. Let me give a second. Oh yeah. Race of the season, surely. There's no... Yes, you have to go as the winner of the race.
Hi.
Hello, welcome. What a race.
Yes. Hey.
Hello, Pluizen.
Yeah.
So, yeah, first question goes to you. About Edzax, let it say, Pluizen. What do you think? About Edzax, that battle on the first 8 laps.
Oh, yeah, no, he got turn 2 in the first lap completely. And I thought, let's stay in the DRS and save ERS. And that worked, so.
So, a question to Gabiflis. Well, what happened at the end of the race with your pace? I don't mean you, but what's the reason?
Ero Wojtinho, sorry, I speak English little because I don't express it in English very good. Only very good race. Work team. Thank you, Luisenbol, for the victory.
Yeah. Thanks for letting me post. So.
Oh, you're welcome. No problem. First position, second position, good race.
Well, the brothers Nuluz and Gerald have to say big thank you to you.
Thanks.
I mean, you did 44 points today. it means you overtake both Mercedes and McLaren, and Williams is not getting points too, so Ferrari is now second. Now question to Axel. You finished 6th, but at the end the game put you up to the 3rd place, so if you would comment how to not get penalties in Russia, as you only got 1 as I remember.
I try to don't take penalty. I take penalty when Gaet turned to me, and I took 3 seconds, and after I try to don't take again.
Okay. And
Sorry for bad English.
Okay, no problem. Any comments about the qualifying?
Yeah, it was. I thought let's go to the track very early, and I saw it was raining, so I set really quick a lap time, and that was fast. So and it started raining heavier, so other people can't beat my lap time.
Okay, thank you for the race. It was best race of the season. Or what do you think?
Yeah? Really? Best race of the season?
Well, I can say yes, but it's the poll for everyone in the chat. Russia this race or Australia at the start we had?
Last year, that was good. Also.
Yes, Russia season 1, but I mean the race.
The rain.
The best race of the season, I mean. Now I'm counting the constructor standings to the end.
Oh, this is only my 3rd race. So a podium yesterday.
In F1 League, yes. In F2 it was race number. You also had 3 races, so it's 6 races and you get the victory.
No, yeah, but one of 2 races one race my Wi-Fi was dead, and the other race was I couldn't join.
Well,
in Spain, that one.
And at the end you won.
Yeah, so
let me count the constructor standing.
Congrats.
So now Williams still leads, but it's only 9 points ahead of Ferrari, and Ferrari is only 8 points ahead of McLaren. So what I can say, the driver settings I will show you on Discord. Now it's time to the end. Hope you enjoyed. You actually had to. Leave a like and a subscribe. Smash it actually. Smash those 2 buttons. And see you next week on the Mexican Grand Prix. Now I say goodbye. See you again next week.